Welcome back, YouTubers, to some more Dominions 5. This will be the final episode in our Blitz with Phaeacia, and let's just dive right into it. This is turn number 48. And for the record, this would be the turn where I would have claimed the two thrones and won if your mom had not failed to grab that throne in the previous turn, right? So keep that in mind as we go forward here. Because there is a battle, of course, in Akista, where we are... This is the throne province, so Jotunheim is coming in here to wrest the control of the throne from me to stop my throne rush. So let's see how he does that in here. This is our army. We know this one. It's with the Storm Captains and front line of Auric Calcum Guard, heavy infantry, and then PD. So what comes in here to stop my evil plans? It is Shatse the Abductor. I've never seen this unit before at the point that I'm seeing it in the game, and so Shatse, I think, is a hero of Jotunheim, which is really cool. So it's a named guy. His backstory is down here. And what is he has got going for him? He's sacred, first of all, which is really cool. And so I think he doesn't have... Oh, he's a priest as well, so he can bless himself. The Wine Shield, Frostbrand, Black Steel Helmet, Copper Plate, Boots the Messenger, Reading of Regeneration, and Crops Braces. Shock resistance at 25, that's from the Copper Plate then, yeah. So he's impervious to all the lightning stuff that we are doing. And I don't recall his bliss, but let's have a look at it. Morale, attack, skill, shock resistance again, so he's at what, 35? Wow. Yeah, he's not gonna get hurt even by the best of lightning bows, defense skill, reinvigoration, and blood surge in here. He's at protection 30. In total. Let's see. And this is not something that is subject to less damage from magical attacks or anything. So in short, I don't think that there's any way my army here could have beaten this guy, and in fact they won't. My mages recognize that the lightning bolts won't do anything, so they're just making these Phantasmal Warriors like they did in the previous episode. And so this turns into sort of a standoff. Because there's no way that this super combatant as he is can chew through that wall of Phantasmal Warriors. This is almost Skelespam. It's kind of insane. Maybe there's like a Skelespam strategy that you could do with the Storm Captains in lieu of being able to kill enemies with lightning bows. Not really, because this phantasmal weapon will do almost nothing. So, and I mean, you need a group of these guys, like as many of these guys to make up like 2 or 3, maybe let's say 5 scalar spammers would probably produce the same amount of units. Anyway. This is what the battle looks like. I don't know if we should watch this to the end. It will end in a stalemate, and what will happen? My guys will flee off the field. He won't be allowed to flee off the field, this guy, at the end of the turn timer. So, because there's units blocking his path behind him. Eventually he will, but all of my leaders will rout first, right? So let's just have a look at the result here. In fact, we don't lose all that many units or leaders. Look at that. At first, when I was looking at this victory screen, I was so happy. I'm like, yes, the Prophet survived, the Storm Captain survived, we won. No. Oh yeah, we defeated the attacking force. Yeah, we won. I was so ecstatic. Look at the retreat details. Every one of our leaders fled, and there's no adjacent territories for them to flee into. So they all die. Which means that I don't have a prophet anymore on this throne, right? Yeah. End of the throne rush. And so for the record, that's why I prefaced this with, this is the turn where I would have won, but Jotunheim would have stopped me even if I had executed the throne watch perfectly. Within one turn, he responded with this super combatant that would have stopped my win in this turn. Right? So let's move on. There's a battle in the unknown. This is your mom trying to take the underwater throne yet again. And this time she should be able to chew through them. The water elemental... Oh, the last time it must have been like a summoned water elemental. And of course they are out of gems now. They used the gems in the previous battle. So no water elemental this time. Because apparently that thing has armor piercing, which is why it was dealing so good damage to me. Anyway, we managed to clear this throne province at least. We've taken the province of Incerna. There's a battle in Amiridon. This is just me, checking. Oh, I had a deceased Storm Captain, so I'm just using him like a throwaway guy. Go in and... Oh, he's doing Phantasmal Warriors. Okay, whatever. Oh, he's throwing some attack spells. Yeah, and he probably got a kill in there. No. Oh yeah, one militia died. And it wasn't the PD. Never mind. There's a battle in the land of our lord. We are being attacked by cities or raided, whatever. Here we are. This undead stag is just running around and killing my PD. Taking 1 loss. No, this is incorrect. 5 losses of the undeads. 49 down to 44. They can clear some more PD before they are done with their little raid. There's a battle in the Sea of Rond. The underwater strike force of Cetis. And he's still doing the underwater with a wing of water breathing. Very cool, yeah. And on the Marsh Master here. Pretty good against most stone. I don't think this... Is there anything underwater that has poison resistance? There probably is, but it's not that many things, at least that comes to my mind. He does take some losses here, that's nice. An unexpected event in the unknown. And in move we just gain a bunch of gems. The defenders of the fort in Bell are repairing the fort faster than... we have left a scout in here to siege that fort. We have the raiding group running around up here in our northern areas. Then down here we actually... It's kind of funny, right? Because we pushed Chatse the Abductor away, but we still... I mean, and we technically won, but we lost because we have no leadership remaining in Agesta. And while we have an amount of units, good units by the way, they can't flee, and I can't really... I suppose I could get send someone to like back them up, but what would I do against Shatse? I don't believe I have anything that can beat him right now. So he effectively blocked my ability to take this throne anyway, so we are left with Kepes, Yebero, and the unknown here. Your mom might be able to kill Shatse, probably not even. Not so sure. Well, she does a lot of damage, so maybe she would be able to chew through him. Would be a cool fight to see. So she has some options. Like, the thing is that if I move away from down here, right, if I want to send your mom over this way, it's not that far away, but I need to claim this throw right now, and then also make it my way over to Agasta and claim that, and in that meantime, while I don't have a lot of underwater forces at the moment, someone else might come down and attack underseas. I don't know actually if Asphodel's troops, if they're undead, can walk underwater. I don't think they are amphibious, but I don't know. It wouldn't be in here in Springbrain, no, because you can't see his summonable units in here. Alright. So maybe it is a viable thing. Anyway, that's it for this turn here. Let's just have a look at the next one. This was turn 48. Without saving, continue. 49. And your queen, mom of this, your mom of this world, your mom, queen of this world, Jesus, has claimed the throne of death, which was what we found down underwater. Then we are being attacked in a bunch of places here in Gilgad. The undead raid continues. Here they are met with some actual resistance. We have... I don't think I've ever talked about this site that we found. We can do a little... I think we win here. These knights. Yeah. Nice. And that's the PD, isn't it? Yeah. I'll show you that magic site in a second. There is another battle in Akista. And so we are standing our ground here because we have PD, which comes with leadership, so they will fight our guys. But Shatse comes in again, and we know that there's no way my guys beat him at this point. So we will die in here. He will clear that province, no trouble at all. In the unknown, I'm also being attacked. Oh. By Jotunheim. So he does come down underwater with a Thrimskody, the Eye Catcher, or even a legendary hero with fast casting ability and Ring of Regeneration here. He's been equipped with a Ring of Water Breathing. At 26 protection, MR 14 here. I don't know what he was expecting. Maybe he wasn't expecting your mom to stay be down here. But anyway, Jotunheim seems to be set on preventing me from winning. Our PD is in the way. Get out of the way. Allow your mom to pass, so she can get at him. No such luck. I want to see them fight. But he needs to clear out some of these troops. These small guys can't hurt him at all. Come on. Come on. Clear them faster. There you go. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure we can guess who wins here. But I am curious. In sort of seeing how this math works out. Whether or not he can actually... Oh, no. Okay, never mind. He didn't even hurt her. But of course he was still targeting other units. So we were able to kill him. She does do a lot of damage, so it makes sense. Okay. In the unknown. 1 Thrimskody. Alright. There's a battle in the Serenity. The underwater raiding stack from Cetis. Running amok. He's probably out of nature gems at this point. Right, so he can't keep doing... These guys, no, they don't come with poison resistance either. Alright. I mean, they're green. Right, so I assumed maybe they would get something like that. Never mind. Unexpected event in Molmamori. One of your researchers stumbled upon an ancient skin-bound tome and read a passage aloud. Unfortunately, all those who happened to listen have been cursed for the rest of their miserable lives. Okay. Fantastic. Oh, we didn't actually get cursed in here. Worldwide event has occurred. Throne of Death has awoken. The life suddenly seems shorter. Worldwide units have aged. What throne was over here? Throne of Bureaucracy. With the Spread Dominion and Conflict bonus. Down here, the Throne of Death. Yeah, not an ideal one, but a throne is a throne. Up here we had previously found the Order of the Secret Light, which is a really cool magic site where we can recruit sages, and we get these knight commanders and knights, which I'm assuming are good units. Not having studied them in detail, they have 3 attacks, they have good protection, decent defense skill, yeah, and they're not that expensive. Extra units to native province defense. Yeah, so we get, for just 10 PD, you get, what, 10 knights. That's, wow, that's significant. Okay, nice. And that's on top of normal PD, right? So yeah, isn't it? Let me check. So just tell a lie. If I find another province, I suppose I can't go down to 10 here. Okay, that turned out to be harder to show off than I thought. I don't know if this illustrates it that well, but definitely it seems like it's just 10 knights on top of whatever else you would be getting in there. Alright, very cool. And that was turn number 49. We are rushing through them here. The plan for me is still just to rush thrones. Oh, we could look a little bit at what else is going on in the world. I'm not privy to a lot of the fighting that is going on elsewhere. The super combatant that was sitting on Ohm dodged out of here because there was a lot of talk about how to kill him, and so Jotunheim realized that people were realizing that there was a way to kill him, and since it was being mentioned in the chat, then he thought, hey, he's about to die, so he moved him out. And yeah, that didn't really show any cool battles for us. That's fine. Let's just keep it going. We are getting very, very close to the end here. Turn 50, there's nothing here. Oh, okay. So, even closer because we skip a turn. Turn 51. I started casting Summon Bishop Fish because we don't have a prophet to claim throne. Someone else reminded me that there's a way to get tier 3 priests, and that is by summoning Bishop Fish. So, I immediately started doing that so I can try to claim some thrones. There was a battle in Dark Waves. Froggy, the Ghost King, has returned. That's pretty quick. He must have had a lot of priests to call for... Because it's only like maybe 4 turns since I killed him last. And here he is back in action. He's raiding us underwater. Dark Waves. What does Dark Waves do? It's casting dark... No, battle starting in Dark Waves. It's not a spell. Never mind. Alright. Yeah, so he's now running amok in our territories, and he can go underwater as well. So Statist might actually be better at fighting underwater than I am once he had his prophet out. Or sorry, not prophet, but pretender. Who would win in a fight? I think your mom would beat Froggy in a fight. In a straight up fight. Let's have a look again. Like at his magic schools. Maybe he can cast some spells. Well, he's not that strong of a mage, so maybe... I'm not sure if he could kill your mom with a spell or something. Without a spell, he won't do it. I don't think. And he would die rather quickly to a few attacks from her. I believe. So I probably would have won the underwater war in the long run if I had really committed to it. There's a battle in Fukan. The underwater raiding force have walked up on land. They run into this barbarian PD, which won't end well for them. This is where it stops. Yeah, I always put barbarian PD pretty high because you get a lot of value out of the barbarians, and especially if people don't know that it's barbarian PD. They can walk into like these 42 barbarians and lose a decent stack, right? Pretty nice. There's a battle in Dardania. What am I doing here? Throwing in a deceased guy to knock off these knights or whatever that we're defending in here. And we die. There's a battle in Turtle Glade. Right. I'm now attacking Jotunheim, and the reason that I started attacking Jotunheim was like, if Jotunheim is the one stopping me from claiming thrones, so, and he was talking about how close he was to death, and I had a good army still around, so I was thinking, you know what, maybe if I snuff out the life of Jotunheim, I can eventually then claim thrones. So that's sort of a long-term plan. But anyway, my army starts marching north into Jotunheim territory here, with the intention of going for the island and threatening the whole, not an island, but a peninsula here. There's a battle in, an event in the Narian Sea. One of your servants has been tainted by otherworldly energies, giving unexpected powers. What? Who? What? Here's my Bishop Fish. Who has gotten unexpected powers? Oh, tainted presence. Something otherworldly seems to be controlling this unit. It has enhanced leadership values. Okay, never mind. Not really that interesting, but kind of an interesting event at least. Okay. And a freak show with local talent has gained some fame. Okay, gold and order +1. Alright. An unexpected event in Darwin. Unrest by 41. Pretty bad. And there's a battle in Kodakar between some independent barbarians attacking Asphodel's main army. Good luck with that. Here we have Spring Break, the Titan of Death and Rebirth, still running around. What is this armor here? Barbed coat. Cool. That's just a simple chest piece here. Alright. Very cool, very cool. Oh, here we can see whether or not... Yeah, they are amphibious. Okay, so he could have challenged my underwater throne with all of his massive armies. Yeah, okay, so I could not have left this province behind with your mom. She's standing still here to defend it, and then I'm hoping that my bishop fish will eventually, somehow I'll get an army over here, claim it, and then claim it with bishop fish, or wait until my prophet comes back, right? The bishop fish is here. So that's my long-term plan at this point. Oh, and Ulm is now sieging Pangaea over here, and Jotunheim is sieging Ulm down there. So, and Asphodel is sieging Ulm. So, and Jotunheim is sieging Ulm. So there's definitely wars ongoing everywhere. I wish I had more scouts out, and I will endeavor to have more scouts out in future playthroughs. It's hard when we were blitzing, not a lot of time to put mental effort into scouting the map. And so we come into turn 52, which is the final turn. And we'll go through the battles as we do, and then we'll talk about the end game here. But there's a battle in Umidor. Not sure, this is me attacking up into Jotunheim. My little rating stack here. I'm not sure why I thought this would work, because if that guy, Shetse or whatever, comes down here, he would wipe out this stack anyway, so I don't have anything to beat him yet. Yeah, so it's not like it would work, probably, anyway. Here's Froggy with a massive skeleton army attacking one of my provinces. Okay. Not letting up in capacity. That's my throne province, right. So now he's thinking he can take that. There's a battle in Ochre Desert. Oh, a proper Jotun army again, alright. With some blood slaves, a lot of these Gigas. Probably a Sabbath Master being cast and Sabbath Slave. So a lot of skill spam incoming here, I think. Yeah, horde of skeletons being spammed, and what are they fighting? Just barbarians. I love skill spamming, it's fun. Oh, they get long-dead giants. I didn't know in their skill spam. Wow. Just a few, but still, that's amazing. And another soulless warrior giant here. Wow. That's cool. Yeah. They still have only 15 hit points. 45 for this guy, but only 15 here. Of course, with some resistances, and they hit hard. 32 for this one. Okay. Nice. That was here. Then there's a battle in Avoca. I am attacking Asphodel. Oh, where? Oh, this is your mom. Why was I walking her onto land here? I forget. Maybe just for the heck of it. I think because people were declaring in this turn we let's see the final battle before we start talking. What is this? More of these Jotun wolves. But are they the Jotun wolf? Are they controlled by Jotunheim? I didn't catch that. Anyway, they die. Huh. No, they were independents. Okay. An unexpected event in Vulcan. Worldwide event has occurred. 1 night, 3 moons. Luck has increased worldwide. Okay. And the power of the throne as misfortune is spreading. Okay. A new famous hero, one of my little priest guys here who is deceased, got what? Heroic battle promise. So he has increased attack skill. The world trembles in fear. So I moved up onto the ground here. I don't think there's a strategic idea behind that. So at this point, we are about, I think, 8 or 9 hours into the Blitz. And everyone calls out that this is the time to end it. And so the game ends in this turn here. They kind of declared me the winner, though I don't feel like a winner. I suppose I am the one closest with, what, 3 thrones, while Citis has 1 and Asphodel has 1. I could have sent your mom down here, but she can't, like, take a fort on her own. Yeah, no. It would not have worked out. But anyways, what happens then is that we want the statistics, right, the score graphs, and we need the game to end for that, so everyone goes into like a complete let Keejchen win mode, and I start marching my your mom over this way, and then in next turn she is killed by the astral corruption. It spawns a god eater or whatever, like a super powerful demon from hell, and it kills your mom as she walks down here. And so the next project becomes about me walking a bishop fish over here and coming up into this throne where they let me win, and then we get in the turn 58 we get the statistics. So I always love looking at statistics. Here we are. The Lagash and Sokafir moved up and took. I had to craft Amulet of the Fish for them to give them air breathing, which is kind of silly, but fun. Alright, let's have a look at the score graphs. There's a few interesting things to look at least. Provinces. I think I'm this one here, yeah. So I'm not even the one with the most. Who's the blue? Ulm had more provinces with me at the end. At the start, I have a little bit more, but I think I was the only one in this Blitz with an awakened expander pretender, which really took me aback. I thought that would be like the main strategy that everyone used in the Blitz, so I did it more out of... I felt I did it like out of necessity, because I thought everyone else would be doing it, and so if I didn't, I would be left behind in the dust. And so I'm the only one with one, and it gives me an early lead. And I sort of at least maintain and stay at the top. Who's this other one? Is that Jotunheim? Yeah, so he's doing pretty well for himself in the early expansion. Even though I denied him a few territories, I actually thought he would be one of the smaller ones. But yeah, he's doing really well for himself. And Ulm seems to sort of win out in the long run. Citis also does quite well, but then when I start warring him, he gets reduced to almost nothing. We see Phaeacia is higher than Asphodel for a while, and then gets beaten by Asphodel, of course, and taken out. Forts. I had the most forts, at least for a while. Okay. Income. Income is one of those that I found the most interesting. Not so much because I make a lot of money in the endgame, but look at this down here. Even in turn 1, Phaeacia just makes more money than everyone else, and not even like by a little, but by a lot. Look at this. I mean, I know Phaeacia and Asphodel aren't all that much about gold, but still, like, this is a massive difference. In turn 1, Phaeacia makes more than double money of Asphodel and Phaeacia here. Kind of interesting. And then they are really good at making more money, so we end up being the one that makes the most money throughout the entire campaign. Kind of crazy. Gem income. Oh, who's this? This is Asphodel. He's doing really well for himself in this one here. Research is also kind of interesting. I think barring the two guys that were almost eliminated, I am the one that is far below everyone else. And Jotunheim, meanwhile, since he was going for those big global spells, apparently he must have done something like extraordinary to research, because this is like breaking away from the group in a big way, right? Kind of cool to see. I'm also I must have been the one with the highest Dominion score, and I thought it was really important because I thought we had unlimited range on the sailing with the dark sails, so that's why I invested so much in my Dominion. I would have reworked that to less Dominion score on my Pretender if I did it again. But apparently I'm way higher Dominion, and since I had 2 thrones, at some point I get even more in the lead, and it just keeps growing. Army size? This one I definitely don't win in. We had more like quality troops, I would say. And though they were a one-trick pony, it's still more quality than quantity. And so I'm one of the lowest on this bar almost the entire way. While Asphodel is kind of insane. That's like he broke away. It's kind of cool that everyone gets like one that they dominate. Not everyone. But like Ulm wins in provinces. Who's this? This is Asphodel in forts. Okay. He can make those forest forts for free. Or not free, but with magic gems. Kind of cool also. And then I win in income. Asphodel wins in gem. Jotunheim in research. I got Dominion. Asphodel takes army size. And then ascension points, of course, is related to the thrones. And so, that's it. And that's it for this series, folks. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I know it was a mess. It's been a mess. And this is my first time doing it this way. I know I talked about it at length already. If I ever do it again, I hope I'll endeavor to make it a way better in somehow. I'll figure it out. As for blitzing in general, I found it interesting and fun. I'm not sure. I don't know if I like it more than a normal campaign. Well, okay, so I'll say I definitely don't like it more than a normal campaign. But considering that this is the only Dominions 5 campaign that I have completed that took less than a month, and in fact we completed the whole thing in a day, that was a really nice change of pace. They tend to drag on really long, so I liked that part, and I would recommend everyone to try a Blitz at some point. I found it interesting and fun. It's hard for me because I'm like a min-maxer and I like spending hours on a single turn. At least an hour, maybe sometimes. At least I do that. And so in this one I had to do less than 5 minutes per turn, and it was really, really hard for me. And I think I was the one that was slowest at taking my turns in the game. I was really trying to be faster. And so, yeah, cool experience, and I might do it again at some point. That's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. Thanks to everyone who played in the game. I really enjoyed it. I hope everyone had fun. It's a cool group of people playing a cool game, and yeah, that's all I gotta say for you guys. So thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer them. And see you in the next series. Bye bye.